Everybody I met that's had a hip replacement has said, look, just if you're in pain and your hips degenerated, just do it. Don't hurry up and do it. Yeah, I know people that have knee replacements and they're really happy. Linda Murray, remember Linda Murray, Miss Olympia? She got both knees done. I didn't know.
Right.
She told me last time I saw her, and I was like, wow, you know,
Still squatting.
100%, yeah. So yeah.
Will you go back to any squatting or anything?
No.
No.
I wouldn't go back to anything with any risk of injury, because why? What's the benefit? Before, it might be like there's a bit of an injury risk here, but you're trying to be the best in the fucking world. So that's like, maybe you just accept that it might come with the territory, especially when you're pushing all the time at any sport. But I'm not there now. I'm why. The thing is, you always got to ask yourself, like, what's the objective? And why am I doing something? And that might change. Why was I lifting weights before? For bodybuilding competitions, to change my life, to make money, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Now I'm doing it to maintain the muscle that I've got. That's any type of resistance training that I do, which is not a lot. Keep my cardio in a good place. Improve, if possible, on mobility and flexibility, because there's room for improvement, so I'll improve there, yeah? So it's what I need now. That's why I'm going to the gym, for what I need. I don't need to go 5 or 6 times a week. If I really enjoyed it and I wanted to do, I suppose I could, but I'd rather do something else. I'd rather ride my bike or do some stretching on the day off, or Pilates or functional movements or something. It's all about what does Dorian need right now, and that's what I'm training for. So it depends on where you are in life and what your goals are. You've always got to say, what is it that I want to achieve?
Why are you doing that?
Yeah, why are you? And what's the objective? And then you can plan out what you want. Yeah? If you don't know what you want in the first place, then you ain't going to get there, right? Because you don't know your destination. You'll be wandering around the streets. If you wanted to go to Porto Banús and you didn't fucking have a map, you'll be wandering all over the place, yeah?
But if you've got a destination, you know where to go.
Yeah, you need to know what's your objective. Why am I doing this? If somebody's got a business and a family, and they're going to the gym to optimize their health, and part of that is building back muscle mass that they may have probably lost, then a couple of tough workouts a week for 30, 40 minutes is going to do the job. And then you have more time to, you don't need to go. If you're a pro bodybuilder, that's your objective, that's what you're doing. Yeah? So it depends what you're doing, and I guess today's talk, it's about anything you want to talk about, guys, really. I'm here.
Well, let me give a little introduction so we can get that on camera. And can we find out where Adam is, somebody?
I think he went for a run.
Yeah, we saw him walk outside.
Well, tell him to run back here. Time is money. But, for the people, because I asked, Martin is new to this world of keto and to training.
Okay.
And he's a friend of one of the other guys, but he's doing fantastic. But I said, how many bodybuilders do you know? And of course, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
They only know Arnold. And that's probably general for most people. I said, are you old enough to know Lou Ferrigno?
Nah.
Because,
no,
the Incredible Hulk. Oh, the cartoon. No, there was a real one. And, he was perfect for that role, wasn't he? Born for that. But...
I'm going to pick him up from the gate.
And that's the same with any... Arnold put it on the map, but then Dorian came along in the early 90s and changed the face of bodybuilding as the mass monster. But not only that, he was from England, the only ever winner, till recently, from England for 30 years. But that's the key, because there was no social media, no nothing. He didn't know what they was doing, and they was on a beach like this training, and then going back in the gym. He was training in a gym called Temple Gym in Birmingham, where I'm from. Near there. We're both from near there. I'm from about 10 minutes from where he grew up. And so I always knew who he was, of course. Everybody knew who he was. So we trained that sort of way. Anyway, that was just how you trained him.
Pretty much back in the day, the ethos of hard training was much...
It was either you or Arnold, sort of way. And I just felt that high volume and not to failure. I just always liked pushing it hard. And he sort of capitalised on that lately.
Yeah, you're right.
This is Adam all the way from Tampa.
What's up,
Nice to
Adam?
meet you, legend.
Sure, you
Yeah.
alright?
Yeah.
I'm just explaining who Dorian is, or introducing, not explaining, but a bit of background.
Yeah.
And of course, so I've always known Dorian as the legend, but he was 6 times Mr. Olympia,
Wow.
which is the best in the world for 6 years running as well, which again is unbelievable feat, and is still here to tell the tale.
Yeah. I got lots of tales to tell and lots of chapters, I suppose, in my life. And the opening few chapters are the bodybuilding. So yeah, I started in Birmingham in a small gym, not exactly the hotbed of bodybuilding, as it was really American based. Like in the 80s, fitness started to spread, but really it was based in the States, and bodybuilding sport itself was based there. And yeah, if you wanted to make it in bodybuilding, you kind of got to make your way there, yeah. And like any other sport, I suppose, like boxing or something like that, you can't say, hey, I want to go and box in the world championship. You've got to work your way up, yeah. So I had to win a regional contest, and then I had to win the national championships, which I won twice, British championships twice. And then as a British champion, you can turn pro and compete in the pro competitions. When they say pro, they're like, kind of is, but it's tough. It's not like a high paid pro career. It's higher now, but compared to other sports, it's not that high. But if you're in the top 10 in the world, you can make a good living.
What did Mr. Olympia pay for the winner in the first one?
First one I did was $100,000.
What did number 2 get? Place 2.
50,
10,000.
50?
Right, so big
Probably
chunk of
50, 25. And I always said, like the guys after 6th place, I mean, they're probably not even covering their expenses.
No, their
you know?
food.
And then the guys who are in the top echelon, they get all the contracts as well, the big contracts and everything. So there's like money at the top, and then it's very rapidly, it's not like, you know, I'm a pro tennis player, I make a really good living, I'm not 112 in the world.
No one cares.
Nah, it's like top 6 is making money, or top 10 or something. Now there's more revenue because of the online and everything. So I was the best in the country. Then I could go to USA and compete over there as a professional. And Mr. Olympia is like the ultimate contest. You can't go into that unless you've got a top 3 in one of the other pro contests. So there's ranks you have to work your way through, basically. And there was never before a Mr. Olympia from outside of the USA. Although Schwarzenegger was Austrian, he was residing in the US. So I suppose there were a lot of things against me, a lot of like unlikely that a kid from Birmingham in a basement gym would go.
Didn't you turn pro like in like a year and a half of training?
I turned pro in about 88. I turned pro, so it was 5 years all in all from when I started in the gym, which I have even logged down.
Even then?
I start today.
Who gave you the idea to logbook?
I think Mensa.
Was it?
Probably, yeah. We're reading Mensa stuff. Mensa really appealed to me because it's like a logic thing to, you know.
Yeah, he was quite
very
different,
logic,
wasn't
and I think like that. I think in numbers and Bible, you know, like in that way, logically. So it appealed to me, and so it's like a science experiment. You know, you're doing something, and then you're logging it, what you're doing, you're writing it down, you're seeing the outcome, and what happens then if I train more often or do, you know, whatever change you make? What happens when I do that? Make one change at a time so you can analyze. I did this because I read somewhere, I heard it was good, right? But I did it and look what happened. It wasn't good. All right, eliminate.
So that's changing.
Eliminate. Yeah, like Bruce Lee. Take what's useful, eliminate the rest. Don't worry about his tradition. Don't worry about the, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger said this is a great thing, or whatever, Dorian said it. It doesn't matter if it doesn't work.
I
It's
think
just,
these days you can probably be bombarded with too much information. They don't know
yeah,
how to
absolutely, you can be bombarded. And then you try this,
And then
and then
try
try
that,
that,
and
and
then
try
try for a
this, and
week.
you just get lost. Yeah, so information's good, but now there is too much, and it's kind of hard to filter through it, I guess.
But what gave you the confidence to think I can win Mr. Olympia? Was it because you kept winning a few shows in England every time you got in, you won?
Well, you know, confidence is something that builds on
grows.
itself, right? Builds on itself. So I remember the first contest I went to, and if I show you the pictures, I mean, everyone here, if they're not a bodybuilding expert, it doesn't matter. This guy's won.
Right.
You will know, yeah. There's no comparison, yeah. But when I went there, I was looking in the change room, you know, like, looks pretty good. I reckon I can win. I reckon I can win, but I'm not like, fucking, it's this. It's like, I reckon I can win.
Yeah.
You know, it's a bit like that. Yeah? And then when I won, it was like, everyone was like, where did you come from? You're like the fucking best guy we've got in the country almost. I'm like, nah, come on. I'm just my first contest. Leave me alone.
Let's go back
You know?
a little bit, where you was in jail.
Yeah, well, detention centre, to
Yeah.
be precise, yeah.
Same thing. But had you lifted weights then, before then?
You know what it was? Like the last year at school, yeah, me and a couple of mates, we started lifting some weights in his, stole some weights from
You
the
grew up in
local,
the 70s then, it would be,
stole
wasn't
some weights from the local sports centre, some plates and that. And then we had a broomstick and we put the weights on a broomstick, a couple of chairs together, and we were doing bench press. So we were starting in his kitchen. Then we were like, let's go uptown and try and find a gym up there, yeah? And there was this temple gym uptown,
right.
which was Kung Fu, yeah? But they had a little room, which later became the leg room. That was the gym room, yeah?
Right.
Just dirty fucking, you know, as much worse than when I had it. When I had it, it was civilised. And we were doing a bit of training, and then I left school, and I was getting good, and I was getting interested, but I left school, I left home, and
16.
yeah, everything's a bit chaotic, yeah? So I wasn't training, and, you know, I was just being with the lads. I was a skinhead, some of my mates were punks, and that was just the time, you know, going to contests, drinking, and I kind of forgot about bodybuilding. Ended up in the detention centre, and the detention centre is like, it's like a jail for young people,
Yeah.
but it's based on a military type regime. Like, we're going to teach these fuckers
Is it a
some
bit like that
discipline
film,
and all
Scum?
that.
Is it
Yeah,
a bit-
it's like that,
a bit like
a
that?
bit. That's exaggerated. Those
Yeah.
things might happen, but not all at once in one place.
Yeah,
like, you know what I
yeah.
mean? So it's a bit exaggerated, but it's like that. And in there, they have you running, yeah, like a 2 mile run. They have you doing circuit training and powerlifting, squat, bench press, deadlift, and all that.
Yeah.
So when I went in, they said, right, here's these. They're like a circuit train, you know, like 12 stations, and you've got to do so much in each
Go
one,
around,
and
yeah.
you go around 3 times, and when you finish, you sit here on the floor, yeah. So it was the first. It was the first group, like, so none of the officers knew us or anything. It's just to suss us out to see what we're like. Yeah?
Yeah.
Go around 3 times, so I've bashed it. I've sat down. Yates, what are you doing? It's been around 3 times, sir. Fucking been around 3 times. Let me see you do it again. Been around, bosh, 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 boom. Ah, okay. Then in the weight room, there's some guys big. There was a big lad in there, massive 6'4", Nottingham Forest football hooligan, like 18
Yeah.
stone, big. He could probably outlift me a bit on the bench,
A bit.
but I was 13 stone.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was ripped, had abs and everything. Yeah? So I had the physique to go with the ability to lift. And
Do they know what stones is, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
Come on. These
stones are
pounds,
some
they're
primitive
kilos.
measuring,
Yeah.
you know, like a stone, actual stone. It weighs 14 pounds in the old.
I'm about probably
English,
14 and a half.
So this guy was this guy was like, say, 240, 250, big
Yeah.
honey monster, yeah. And I was like 180, but I was quite ripped, you know. So there's 300 guys in there, yeah. I'm pissing on everybody. Not only that, I had 20 guys in my dormitory. It's like an army, you know. You
Yeah,
have a dormitory, and if one guy's bed ain't made and all that, then you're all going to get in the shit, yeah. So they know what's going to happen. And, you know, nature, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's somebody's going to take control there and discipline
up,
people. So
yeah.
that ended up being me. And the officers, like, just, I don't know, they just treated me a bit different, like,
A little bit more
he's
respect.
all right, he is. You shouldn't even be in here, really, this guy.
How old were you then?
18.
Right.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is I had something, people noticed I had something, and I'm in this place that I don't ever fucking want to go back to again.
Yeah.
I don't fit in there. Half the people in there are just mentally defective. I'm telling you, half the people in jails, they can't cope with life. They're just stupid. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then some are just like, this is what I'm going to do. It's my career. This is what I'm going to do. And this is a occupational hazard that might happen sometimes. And like, I'm
So
not
you thought,
fucking
this is
doing
not
that.
for
I'm
me?
It's not for me, man. I don't deserve to. I don't belong in here even. And there was a general feeling I felt from the officers as well, like, this guy you shouldn't be in here, yeah. So I realised I had something, and I said, right, I'm going to pursue this. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do bodybuilding. I'm going to do bodybuilding competition, and I'm going to do well, and wow, it'd be great to just have my own gym.
Yeah.
That was where I started.
You thought that's where the money was.
Yeah, and like maybe that was a ceiling of like I wasn't thinking about me Mr. Olympia at this point. I was like, I could maybe be British champion. That would be amazing if I
Yeah.
could be British champion and open my own gym, be my own man and not work for anybody.
Yeah.
That was the initial thought, and then it snowballed from there because the first competition I did, I got such a reaction that people were like, well, you're a future star. Like from my first competition, that was I was being told. So I was like, wow.
Confidence is building.
Yeah, confidence is building. Then I won a British Championship, and at this point there was 4 weight classes: light, middle, light, heavy, heavyweight. So you'd have a winner from each class, and then you'd have 4 winners. Who's the overall winner? That would be the overall British champion, and that's the guy that can turn pro. So the next year after my debut, let's say, I went to the British Championship and I won the heavyweight class. Then they had their overall
Was you
thing.
a heavyweight though?
Yeah,
Right.
and I've always been a heavyweight. That's, you know, since I started, I was 15 stone, my first novice competition. So normally the heavyweight's going to win, or sometimes the light heavyweight, yeah? And everyone's expecting me to win, and I didn't win, because the light heavyweight won, yeah? And I was like, that's my first kind of experience of bodybuilding politics, then I suppose, because I think I should have won that, clearly.
Right.
Everyone else thinks I should have won it, clearly. Obviously, there's some favouritism to this other guy. And I thought it's because I'm me. I don't really speak to anybody. I try to be pally with the judges or anyone. I just go and I'm like,
Yeah.
And this guy's from London, they're all
You knew
pals,
everyone,
yeah? I thought it was that. Until last year. I went to Sav's gym in London, Muscle Works.
Oh, I know it. Yeah.
Yeah. So Sav said, brought it up, that thing in '86, and the other guy won.
Oh, this was recently.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was like, yeah, I know, mate. Fucked up that was, yeah. He's like, yeah. But do you know why?
This is
I said, I'm assuming that, like, he knew some judges and that somehow they favoured him. They were mates or something. Mates, was it? Bit more than that. The lady head judge was banging it.
Oh, right. That always helps if you're
So, you know,
phoning the judge.
maybe it was a bad decision, but I was like, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Doesn't matter because I'm just going to get better, and next time I'll just be even better. Like, no one will be like, if they put me second next time, it'll just be like so obvious that people will start rioting or something.
But that's why you learned that there was politics.
There was politics, but what shall I do about it? Cry about it, or just use it as a motivation to get better? So I was like, fuck you, next time I'll be so good. Like. And that's how it was. The next time I was like, okay, who's second? Literally like that. So I did all that, and I went to my first pro show in New York, and the goal was top 5.
Had you ever been abroad at that time?
I wanted, I think it was Mallorca or somewhere really cheap in Spain.
Yeah.
I've been
I've
on
never been
one of these
there.
budget holidays, you know, where you're like,
We didn't go.
you get
in
your
them
air
days.
ticket and a week in the hotel with all the food.
100 quid.
So you've got like only a little bit of money left to maybe go and get a drink over there, and you just stay in the hotel, go to the beach. That's all we could afford at the time, yeah. So not only going abroad, I'm going to New York,
Yeah.
which is like, you know, the biggest, fastest city in the world. I've only even seen it on TV, and it's like does it really exist? I don't know. I just seen it on TV.
Yeah.
And then I went there, so I got a very close second in that first contest, because I said if I don't get in the top 5, I'm not going to do it anymore, because it takes so much, and I had a wife and a young son, focus, time, energy, money, and this is the check. Is it justified now, or is it not? Or should I make it a hobby and open another gym and treat it like that? But I got second, so that was...
Did you have a gym at that time?
Yeah, I got Temple Gym in '87, so I had that when I was British champion.
Right.
So I had my own gym, hardcore gym, but in 1980s, you're making decent money with hardcore gym, because there's probably only 2 or 3 in Birmingham, like the whole city.
I started Zeus Gym in 1989.
Yeah.
I think it was, or 88 when I
You
first
make
went.
a decent living from that at that point, couldn't you? Because there wasn't that much
I was
competition.
15, 16 years old, so I went to that gym.
Oh, okay.
Was it Colin, the owner? Remember?
Colin Lathbury.
Yeah.
Yeah, he made my machines.
Yeah, oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, he owned Zeus, my local gym.
Yeah, so people who had an independent gym then, they could make a good living. But, you know, later on as the gym business got bigger and the corporates come in with the 15, 20 pound a month, like, it's like very hard to do that anymore. So I had the option of continue competing as a pro, or, hey, I'm not good enough, let me open more gyms. So that's probably what I would have done if I hadn't gone. But I did. That's what happened. And then I got to the top, Mr. Olympia. And then there's a whole different mindset mission, you know? Because I operated on the underdog. The underdog, fuck you. The more that people said that, oh, you can't do it, you can't go over there to America and win because whatever, they know each other, they know the judges, you haven't got any publicity in the magazines, there was no internet, so the only way that people knew you was to see your picture in the magazine. And if you weren't in there,
They don't
you're
know.
nobody, right?
Yeah.
So you've got to step on stage and become a somebody, so you've got to stand out a little bit. So all this negative stuff, I just soak it up, fuck you, I'm going to win, I'm going to go. And then when you're the champ, nobody's telling you, you ain't going to win now.
No.
You're the champ, and they're telling you you're going to win easy next year now.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, what do I do with that?
Yeah.
You know, what do I do with that? Fuck.
So did you get the idea to think, I've got to go in and make it a no contest?
Yeah, all I was doing is like, I'm the guy now then who sets the pace, and I've got to set the pace really fucking high and keep ahead of the pack instead of just, well, I'm the guy now, so let me focus on making as much money as I can. I was always like about the training and the competition, and the money was great. And the legacy of what I did is set me up in life for business and everything. But I'm a competitor. That's
Your first
who I
Olympia.
am. You know,
First
I don't
Olympia.
really care that much about the money.
First Olympia was next to Lee Haney, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, second I got on
Yeah.
the first one. Yeah.
And
But then so Lee Haney was Mr. Olympia practically when I started. So I got this guy to chase and all that, yeah. So then I've competed against him. I've got second, so I'm near him now, yeah. But now he disappears.
He retired, didn't he?
Yeah, so who am I chasing now?
so
Well, you're the man now.
Yeah.
What? Nah. What?
are, yeah.
Hold on a minute.
So I bet you wanted to beat Lee
okay.
Haney. You wanted him to come
Yeah,
back.
now he's out of the picture now. So
Yeah.
fuck, this
Did
is
he
feeling
retire
strange.
because of you?
Huh?
I always felt he retired because he saw you and think, fuck that.
No, I mean, it's probably a
is he-
combination of factors. He had the 8 Mr. Olympia, which is the record. And there's a new guy who has just got here. So logically, he's probably going to get better.
Yeah.
I've been doing this shit for 8 years. Probably I ain't going to get better.
Yeah.
Time to go.
Maybe I can beat him, maybe I can't. He thinks that he could have done, but obviously he would do. That's the mindset.
Yeah, yeah.
But if there's a chance of losing, which is the reality now,
Yeah. He didn't
why?
want it. Yeah.
For what?
Yeah, fair play.
Yeah, I would think exactly the same, mate. I asked him once, like, no, come, let's go again. Like, you know, he's like, nah, I've gone fishing, mate, forget it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I know how
You did
he was
go now.
thinking then,
Yeah.
because I'm like
'Cause
that
you'd
now.
been-
I'm like,
you got there.
Forget it, mate. Just, you know,
It's not
I'm
easy.
retired.
Each year is not easier, is it?
No, it's not easier. You know, you're there and everyone wants to beat you. So that's a whole different, you know, as I said, I had to make that switch to like, I'm the man. You're all following me and you're all chasing me. So I'm just going to try to stay ahead of you. And it gets, you know, it gets more difficult, more people coming in and over time, as it did with Haney. And didn't have somebody big to compete against until I came. And then it's a lot more big guys that came into the sport after that as well.
So your first Olympia win was 92?
91 was my debut where I got
Yeah.
second. 92 was the first win.
What was your favourite Olympia?
93.
That's the grainy photos.
Well, 93
Was that
is
94?
because 92 was like, okay, this guy from England has won. But next year,
You're defending it.
yeah, next year maybe one, like the Americans particularly, next year one of our guys is going to get it, yeah? But I make such improvements in 93 that practically everybody said, this guy's unbeatable.
Yeah.
Now.
Where was that? Because the first one was Finland.
Atlanta
wasn't it?
in the
Which was
USA.
smaller.
Yeah, Finland was like a bit, wasn't in the States, so it didn't have
Yeah,
all the
wasn't quite the
journalists
glitz and
there and
glamour.
stuff. Like, yeah, you know, and maybe this guy's going to be a one-time thing, and next year is going to be a different story. But that 93 was clearly weighing above the best physique that had ever been achieved.
And that
at
was in America
point.
again,
Yeah,
Atlanta.
yeah. So that was the one that I'm like, and everything went perfect. Like I had no injuries, no nothing. Could train how I wanted. Everything was 30, 31, which is the peak of your, I think, 30 to 32 is the peak of your strength, right? Really, as a strength athlete or a bodybuilder, it's probably about around there. 94, I had a fucking massive injury, bicep tear, which was, I think, for anyone else, career ending. Yeah. And for a minute, it was for me, at least in my mind. So imagine, I've gone through all this, climbed the ranks in England, dreaming of this thing, going there to America, getting it, achieving it. Not only that, setting a whole new standard for the sport up here. Boom, now I'm injured. Career's over. I
Was
mean,
that the
for a
Olympia
couple of
that you
days,
went on stage with
career's
the,
over.
with the tour.
I went and did a guest posing, yeah, when it was all black and blue.
Oh, 'cause the other one was later where you still trained.
No, that was tricep there.
Yeah.
No, this was bicep, and this was like, I think my
afterwards.
career's over.
Yeah.
This is 94, this is my going to my third Mr. Olympia. And I could have very well said that at that point, and then I would have been sitting here as, well, maybe not sitting here, as a two-time Mr. Olympia.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the fact that I said, it's just another challenge. Let me see what I can do with it. Let me see if I can work around it. Let me see what's the best that I can present. If it's not good enough, it's not good enough. But if I say now it's over,
Yeah.
it's
done.
over. If
It's
I'd have
done.
said then, the whole life would have been different. But I said, no, I'm going to try to do my best, work around it, go to the contests, and maybe I can still win it. But if I say now, I'm not going. I'm definitely not going to win it, am I? So I had that conversation, and that's why in '97 when I got injured again, it was I'd already had that experience. So it was like easy for me to say, let me carry on.
When did you get the bicep tear? Was that before the competition or that was
Off season.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's 6 weeks out. 6 weeks out. Yeah, I tore this bicep from there to there.
So you had to continue training to
It was
compete.
6 weeks out, mate. What the fuck are you going to do with a torn bicep, black and blue, so much blood, even my fingers were black. The whole arm was literally black.
How did you do that? Not how did you do the bike, how did you carry on training?
What can I do today?
Yeah, yeah.
Tomorrow, what can I do? Next day, what can I do?
Do you want to come around here? And shut. Put the seat here.
What positive steps can I take forward to where I'm going? And just every day doing it. And listen, if I'm 1 week out from a contest and I say this is totally fucked, I look like shit, there's no way I can compete, let me make that decision 1 week before, not
Yeah.
6 weeks before, because if I had it would have been over, wouldn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
So I persevered, I did my best, and I was able to win the contest. So maybe it was like I got to that point where I was having the best, setting the new standards and all that in '93. I don't know. Maybe the universe said, getting a bit easy for you now, is it?
Bit ego, yeah.
Get a bit easy for you now. Let me throw this one in there and see what you fucking do about it, yeah? Clever guy. So I got around it. And
why
the
do you
next
think-
year I had no injury problems and it was probably as good as '93, I think. Debatable.
What do you think caused that injury?
What caused the injury is probably a combination of factors. Yeah? It's never just one thing. Consistently training heavy, especially through the period where I'm very depleted and low body fat and all that stuff, yeah? One. Using the stimulants in said situation, like caffeine and so on, which further dehydrates you. Keeping my estrogen low, which further probably dehydrates your joints and so on. And putting massive stress through the muscles that probably wasn't necessary at that point in time, yeah?
You just didn't know how to pull
So
back.
I can even trace it back in my mind to starting to get a bit of pain in this shoulder, yeah? So I noticed when I was getting the barbell, like this underhand, that one was going on, pop. This one was like, hip. So it was rotated forward like that. I was forcing it to go around like that and then putting massive tension through it, being dehydrated, etc. All the things, the factors, the environmental factors. So it's not one thing, it was many things. And probably having some shoulder stress or injury was the first thing that I was just kind of
And of course you
working
kept the
around it,
intensity up.
whatever,
That's how you
like.
train.
And we didn't have any We didn't have shit, man. We didn't have no physios or anything, or you know,
Ultrasounds and-
guys that can do blood tests for us to test where our estrogen's at. We didn't fucking just shoot in the dark, right? You know. So it was a combination of factors of me just pushing that envelope all the time with the heavy weights, and then in very less than ideal circumstances going up to the contest. So going in for a contest, I mean, logically, thinking about it, you've built the muscle mass with the heavy training. Your objective now is to reduce the body fat down to low levels, whilst maintaining the muscle mass. You don't need a massive stimulation to maintain it. Yeah, you could cruise a little bit and maintain it. You push in when the off season, when you've got the calories and the building blocks to build muscle mass. I think you should focus on maintaining it the last couple of months whilst stripping away the body fat slowly, and you know, being aware of things like dehydration, estrogen levels, and I mean, we can do that now. We can check all
you
that.
would teach that
Unfortunately,
now in prep
yeah, absolutely.
to pull down your
I
volume.
don't get anyone doing forced reps the last 6 to 8 weeks of training necessarily past failure.
and
or
even lower volume.
even, you know, you could even go 1 or 2 reps, you know, reps in reserves, as these fucking idiots talk about. Great for maintaining,
Yeah. Yeah.
not good for building, but
No.
so there, that was kind of my self-analysis of the situation. I had 2 serious injuries, one 6 weeks from the competition, one 3 weeks from the competition.
That was the try.
Yeah.
What year was that?
And all
97,
this
the last one?
heavy training and heavy what Dorian does, it's injury. I had guys train with me for 7 or 8 years, never had an injury, but they didn't go to the extremes of conditioning and that I went to.
Yeah.
So, you know, they trained the same as me, everything the same, but they didn't compete and try to get that level of leanness, which has put me in a risky situation, continuing with the heavy training. So it's not the system; it was my application of it in the circumstances, really.
What year did you do that blood and guts video?
96,
Right, and that was
96.
that obviously in off season.
off season, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was like April, May, something like that. And that I just wanted to fly on the wall, which was, I mean, everyone appreciated what I did. They loved it because of the energy. Before it was more like instructionals, like, "Hi, I'm Lee Haney. This is a bench press.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. This is a bench press. Put it back. Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
Take 2, take 3, change the lighting." I said, "I want none of that shit, man. I feel disappointed when I see these training videos. I want to fucking. They don't train like this, really, do they?" So I said, I mean, nobody had a camera then. We had to go and rent a film camera, you know. And my mate had to film it. Kevin Horton, who took the black and white pictures, he filmed it all. I said, "I want you to come in and film me. Don't fucking talk to me.
As if you're
They're
not
going to
there.
have no lights, nothing. Just film. I want people to feel it. They don't care. It's a fucking shadow." And because it was always a production company before that was in control of the whole process.
Yeah.
They bring their stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is how we do it. Take 3, Mr. Yates. Can you change here? And I didn't want to do that. So I think I achieved that. And it was filmed in
Yeah.
colour, of course. But I was watching the playbacks. It seems too bright and nice, yeah. I said to Kevin, "Mate, can you turn off the colour?"
You wanted to go
And they
back when
turned
we
it
were
off,
kids
and I was
with a
like,
black and white TV.
That's the fucking one, yeah?
Yeah.
Because it reminded me of Raging Bull, the
Yeah.
De Niro with the blood coming out and all
Yeah.
that, you know?
We grew up with black and white tellies.
Yeah, exactly. It just looks
Watching
somehow
snooker.
more, it looks more fucking grainy and
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know, realistic somehow in black and white. So, no, I wasn't trying to save money.
Didn't
Somebody
they
said you were trying to save money.
Didn't they famously try and get you to do another set on the leg press? Said you come back next
No,
week.
what it was, I'll tell you what it was, yeah. You might be able to catch this if you watch it again, yeah. So we come, so Kevin Horton is staying at my house, yeah. As we are filming every day at the gym, he's coming with me, we're going and all that, yeah. So we come, and Kevin's a big joker, yeah. So he's always like playing jokes and everything. So we got back to the house after training back. Something to eat and all that. "No, I need to speak to you." I said, "What's up?" I said, "Fucking, we got the second exercise into the workout, and the fucking camera's not working, yeah?" I said, "But I didn't want to tell you to like, you know,
To put you
spoil
off.
your workout and everything." I'm like, "Nice try, mate, nice try." It's like, "Nah, but really, like,"
Oh, really? Was he
I'm like,
saying?
"Mate, are you fucking serious?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm sorry." It's like, can we do it tomorrow? I'm like, mate, are you fucking joking? I've just done barbell rows with 200 kilos. I ain't doing that again till next week, mate.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to come back next week and film that fucker again.
Right.
So he's like, right. He said, but, what was it? Oh, yeah. Because he got some footage. And he said, tell Leroy and yourself, wear the same thing as you was wearing last time, yeah? So I did and he didn't. So
Oh.
you might be able to see some, whatever what's it called? Continuity?
Continuity.
Yeah, continuity mistake in there,
Oh,
where
right.
at one point he's got one and the other one, something like that. Anyway, so that was the story about that.
Oh.
But the whole thing is, it's like, no, I can't fucking do it again, because that was a proper all-out
Yeah.
workout. I wasn't, pose for some photo shoot or something.
Yeah.
This is fucking proper training, mate.
You can't do it again.
No, so we had to film that second workout again.
Got it.
And I told my missus, don't give him any fucking food.
So after all the Olympia wins, you got the tricep injury 3 weeks out for the last one. You still went on stage because you knew you could.
Yeah,
With
well,
the
I knew
bicep
that
one?
before.
You
I
did it
did this
before?
before. And also, it was like touch and go, man.
Mm.
I was having, I think my physio came over to America with me and everything. We had this, because it was full of blood, like black and everything down here.
Yeah.
So, and there was no social media, no nothing, yeah? So I didn't tell anybody.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't tell anybody that I had an injury, because if I tell people I got injury, where's the injury?
Yeah.
Wow, fucking hell, it's bad luck, I can see
Yeah.
it. But if I don't say anything,
They might not notice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so we were trying to get this swelling out, right? It was all swollen around the joint and everything, where the tendon had torn, and blood and everything. So I had this thing, it's like a sieve that, so it's like massaging your arm for fucking hours to get this stuff out. Yeah, so I had sitting in the hotel room with this on, and then the night before, my physio came with some syringes and needle, put it in there, and took out 20 mil of fucking blood and shit, and
How painful was it?
numb at that point.
Yeah.
But it was just, I was worried, I was concerned, because I couldn't get an MRI in England because of the tunnel ones, yeah, and I couldn't get my fucking shoulders in there.
Oh.
So they couldn't accommodate me. It was only when I went to New York and they had an open MRI, yeah, because of the fat bastards over there. They need it, huh? So I had MRI and they said, like, you've torn, like 97% of your tricep tendon is off. It's hanging on by a little bit, yeah? So be careful you don't bang or something or pose too hard. I was like, literally, imagine going into the contest. That was the only contest I went in with not a really 100% positive mindset,
Yeah.
because I was on anti-inflammatories, fucking painkillers, all this was going on. And I didn't really know until a couple of days out that I would be like,
Was you able to
Maybe
train
pull it
those
off.
3 weeks?
not at all.
No.
Not at all.
No.
Could do legs.
Yeah.
And I ride the bike and walk, and I was, I always had a habit of being in shape quite early. So I thought, as long as I stay on my diet and I do a bit of cardio,
You might be all right.
I might be all right. But obviously, it's far from ideal preparation
Yeah.
for a bodybuilding contest.
No doubt your leg workout.
And
wasn't it?
maybe half the audience thought I shouldn't win, and half thought I should. I don't really know. It's, if you look at the contest as they score it pose by pose, yes, I should have won.
Right.
But if you look at the contest at like some poses I look shitty and other I look better, or maybe there should be a rule that if you have a obviously injured body part, you must be marked down or something. But that doesn't exist.
Did
and
they
I would
know
argue.
that then?
Sorry?
Did they know it in the competition? The
Yeah,
judges?
you could see it, but it'd
Yeah.
been, the left arm was already weak because of the bicep, and it's the same arm, so somehow it looked even worse, So some poses look shitty. But then I thought, well, if they would do that, then they should also mark down body parts which is obviously full of oil as well. So probably would equal itself out because my competition had that in their biceps.
But you knew you got the back.
Yeah, I know there's certain poses
Yeah.
that I'm very strong on, so
Yeah.
mathematically I'm probably going to come out on top. I could definitely lose a front double bicep to everybody at that point. Side chest, I could lose to some people. Yeah. Front lat spread, I can't lose to anybody on the planet. Okay. Back double bicep and back lat spread, very hard for anyone to beat me on those. And side tricep, nobody can beat me. So there's 4, leaving alone abs and thighs, which I'm very good at as a heavyweight. I got a pretty shitty most muscular, but that was not in the judging. It is now, but it wasn't then.
Right.
So there's 7 poses, which I could guarantee pretty much always win 4. So that's
enough.
mathematically how you win the contest.
Got
Whether I look like the winner in some poses or not,
But you
but
got
I didn't.
everything
But
against
you know, that's how they judge the contest.
I guess you've got to beat the champion as well.
Yeah, also that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also that. And there's lots of things going on when you judge a contest. You know, there are human beings judging a contest. There's not a fucking computer. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Let's say that you're a judge, yeah, and it's close.
Who are you going to give it to? Yeah.
But one guy's a total prick, yeah, and the other guy's very polite and professional, a good representative for the sport.
I guess.
You know, what else are you going to separate him? Why, like the colour of his fucking pants better or something? There has to be something to separate them, yeah. And as we're humans, that's going to come in at some point.
Yeah.
You know, if it's really like that, well, this guy's a dick. He's probably going to go around and fucking whatever, and that guy is cool, yeah. So
That reminds me of
There's
the
also that.
controversy in 1980. Was it with Arnold and Mike Mensah?
oh, there's lots of stuff I could tell you there that you don't know.
Go on.
Yeah.
Go on. Go on.
Well,
Go on.
you know, Arnold entered late.
Okay, allegedly,
Yeah.
just in case Arnold's lawyers are listening, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is not allegedly. This is actually a factual account of my trip to Australia when I went down there, won the Olympia in '92. First trip was down to Australia. I had a month tour down there doing all the shows and all that, yeah. So there's a guy down there called Paul Graham. Paul Graham, he controlled all of bodybuilding in Australia, right? He represents the IFBB, controls all the bodybuilding in Australia when I went there. And he was the promoter of the 1980 Arnold thing. So he's great mates with Arnold. And I'm in his house, and this is what he told me, and this is what he volunteered. I don't know why, I didn't ask. He said, you know why we're such great mates, and why I control bodybuilding in Australia? I said, don't know. He said, it was me, Franco, and Mr. S, yeah? We had stolen cars that we were shipping from the US to Australia through Hawaii, and we got busted.
Oh,
And he said, I did a couple of years in jail.
he took it.
They took it on the chin, and that's why he was promised all that, control bodybuilding in Australia for till the end of your days, my friend.
Wow.
And you make the profit, nobody else. Thank you very much, yeah? So he was the promoter of the contest, and I think Arnold didn't enter in time, so that was controversial, but he's Arnold, so he fucking does what he wants. He brought a film crew to film this film called The Comeback. Also CBS Sports were there to film the Mr. Olympia for TV. So it was a big chance to have Mr. Olympia on TV. They never fucking showed it.
Yeah.
Because it was obviously disgraceful, whatever happened.
Right.
Arnold was not even hitting the proper poses when asked to. So the head judge, named Dennis Dallard, disqualified him from the contest.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the judge was disqualified. Yeah.
So obviously he was very pally with Weider as well.
Yeah.
Was Weider involved in that?
Weider's involved as a business, but we don't really control the contest. That's
Right.
controlled by other people and judges and everything. So he might have his... You know, people say that Joe Weider favoured me because I was European and British and he wanted to have that market, yeah? Well, I don't think he really ever favoured me that much because I was a pain in the ass to deal with from his point of view. I was not the smiley guy that he wanted. He loved like Gunter Schleckamp. You know, big blonde, smiley, good-looking guy. Hey, protein's great. And so Joe couldn't control the contest. He might have had his guys... He would have loved Lou Ferrigno to win the Mr. Olympia in '92. He would have loved that, Joe, but he got 12th. And Lou Ferrigno had obvious calf implants in, which is illegal.
Did he?
But nobody gave a fuck to say anything because he was 12th anyway. But, you know, trust me, if he'd have got up there in the place and somebody would have said something. Well, it's just because... But imagine that, the Lou Ferrigno comeback to be Mr. Olympia after however many years. Joe
15,
loved
yeah.
Lou.
Yeah.
Joe would have loved Lou to be Mr. Olympia.
Because he was
Not that
already
year,
famous as
but he
well.
wasn't. Also, in '91, when I competed against Lee Haney, I was already a Weider athlete. I was under contract to Weider.
Right.
Haney had left and signed with another competition Suida.
So he still didn't.
So
get it,
Weider
yeah.
wouldn't want Lee Haney to beat me. He would have
No.
liked me, the Weider guy, to win.
Yeah.
But he doesn't control the contest
So
as
there's
people
nothing-
think.
Right.
Otherwise, maybe the outcome would have been different. So you got judges there. They're the ones that determine the outcome of the contest. They can't all be fucking.
So this
Trolled, you know?
1981 was more for this.
1980 was obviously like. I mean, it's so obvious.
Who should have won? Mike.
I don't know, mate. It's hard to tell from pictures. I reckon Mike Mensah or Boyako probably.
Right.
That's what people say.
I know you weren't involved, but 81 was just as controversial, wasn't it, when Franco won?
Well, who was the promoter?
Same guy.
Schwarzenegger was the promoter.
Was it?
Schwarzenegger was the promoter of the 81 contest, and a lot of people boycotted that contest because of the 80. Like, fuck it, we're not going, yeah? So Franco won it, which is his best mate, and it's like, still had an obviously injured leg from, he broke his leg in the world's strongest man, one of his not strongest man, champions I think it was, one of these, anyway, you know, athletes where they
Yeah.
compete. He broke his leg, it was like carrying a fridge, it looked horrible and everything. Great, he got back into shape, but he shouldn't have won the contest, like, obviously, yeah.
Platts was good that year, wasn't he?
Platts was great, probably a bit bottom heavy, but
But
You
he was
know.
always bottom heavy, wasn't he?
yeah, but you know,
Amazing legs.
Tom Platt said he was fucking mad when Franco won. He said, but so I could have like gone mad about it. He said I just chose to keep quiet, shake his hand, and look to the future. And the fact that he didn't win, and he's got these freaky legs, made him tons of money all around the world. That's the way he looked at it. He's the guy that should have won that didn't.
Right.
But nobody wanted to pay to see Franco. Everyone around the world wanted to pay to see him. So he capitalised on it. That is, he's saying, you know, that's the way he did it, where Mike just got like
Mike got that-
devastated,
He got
really,
the hump, didn't he?
devastated,
Yeah.
really, because
Mentally affected.
he was under the impression that everything was all fair and above board, and obviously it wasn't, and that it just
He wanted nothing to do with it then. didn't he?
destroyed his illusions, I suppose. Yeah.
So when you got to the tricep tear and you won, you knew it was enough then. Time to quit.
I didn't. I was like, I'm going to have surgery to fix the tricep, yeah, and to see how it looks and how it functions when I've had the surgery, and train back up and everything, and see how it is, because I was not really happy with that. You know,
Yeah, that
what
performance.
what I presented there could have been better. So let's see. But when I had the surgery done and I'm coming back, not only is it physically noticeable, mechanically, it's like when I tore the bicep, there wasn't really that much difference in the strength
Right.
for some reason. Between left and right and this and that, wasn't much difference. But with this, it's like,
Massive.
oh, fuck, I'm just going to fuck myself up here. Or be
Weaker.
like half disabled in my training and try to compete against the best in the world. What's the point? I'm just not going to be able to do it, and I'd rather finish on a win.
Yeah.
And I was mentally getting burnt out at that point, as I did it just 100% all the time. I was just thinking, like, fuck, there's got to be more to life than this, man. All I'm doing is training and eating and coming back
been
and
doing it
doing
for sort of-
Groundhog Day, you know what I mean?
17 years at that.
Yeah. So I think I was already getting burnt out anyway before the injury. I was that contest prep is the first time I was thinking, this is starting to be like a job.
Yeah.
I'm not really enjoying it with the passion and the approach and the enthusiasm. I did it, you know, but those thoughts were there that
Yeah,
I never
and it
had
was
before.
never before, yeah.
What am I going to do after this? I never thought about it. I was like, I'll open a gym or something. I don't know yet.
Yeah.
You know, now it's like, seriously, what I'm going to do, because I don't know what this is like.
Can't go on forever.
Yeah. And for some reason, I thought I needed to do something totally different, like a new career or something, for some reason. Not realising that this is my legacy for life. I'm just like,
You was gonna.
I'm like, this is
You was
over, what I'm
thinking,
going to do now.
Right.
And don't forget, there wasn't the transition then that you have now. The social media, the internet. I can communicate with the whole world now.
Yeah.
If I've got something to say or something to sell or something to do, it's there.
Just going to
Before,
coaching.
it's only the magazine.
Yeah.
Now I'm not in the magazines. I'm like disappearing almost like. And I was in England. It was very isolated. Then at the
Mentally, that must have been.
yeah, very tough. Yeah, I thought we're just going to do just have fun and do stuff I couldn't do before. That's at that point.
And of course, you made a decent amount of money for those.
Yeah, I could relax for a bit, but like I
Not
was saying
forever.
earlier on, like even the Mr. Olympia, 5 or 6 years being at the top of bodybuilding, that ain't gonna last you the rest of your life.
No.
You need to do something with it. You need to manage it. You need to do a business. So you're not really retired. And even if you are retired, I don't know how many pro athletes are out there that had millions and millions and still ended up broke
Yeah.
because they don't know how to manage that money. And their mind's not in the right place, and they've got people they trust who are supposed to know what they're doing, end up losing it or fucking
Gambling
pilfering it or cheating you out of it or whatever. So it's a minefield out there. The same with the musicians as well. Like musicians, they get ripped off by their management because they only care about playing music. Yeah, bodybuilders care about training and bodybuilding. So you're not keeping your eye and you're not focusing on thinking about that.
I was a performer in the 90s in a group.
Yeah,
Our manager took all the money. We never made anything. But we had free hotels, free drinks, free parties.
yeah. While you're having fun, it's like,
Yeah,
hey lads, you're having fun.
exactly. We didn't need
And then later
money.
on, you're like, where's it all
the
gone?
money? Oh,
Fucking UB40 from Birmingham, like, I grew up with them.
Yeah.
And they're the biggest band in the world at one point. And then at some point they're like, where's all the fucking money gone? Too late to find it, it's like, gone. So that's very common with athletes that they lose their way a bit because you've got just tunnel focus and then it's gone. And you haven't been watching the money and all that stuff because you're doing what you're doing. You're supposed to have a team around you, right?
yeah.
When I was bodybuilding, it was fine, but when you get out of that and you go into business, that's a whole nother world, Because bodybuilding is like I can control nearly all the variables.
It's only you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but business is a whole, lots of different variables in
And
there.
of course, you must have had health concerns on your mind because of what you have to take
Yeah.
in the sport of bodybuilding.
Well, I didn't have health concerns on my mind while I was doing it because I made a decision to do it.
Yeah,
I'm going to fret about it, but I also was aware that I'm not doing this for too long.
yeah, yeah.
It was a professional decision. And when I finished, I stopped with steroids. So, and then I was like, let's check more on what's going on, and then
What damage is
transition into where I'm interested in optimizing my health. I'm not saying I wasn't concerned about my health when I was bodybuilding, but it's not what I'm doing. I'm competing. I'm in a sport that's competitive, and that's where my focus is going. There may be some downsides, but try to manage it as best as I can. Now I'm like, I want to optimize my health.
Yeah.
I want to optimize my spiritual connection, my mentality, my physical, everything. I want to put it all together.
All these guys are on
all
that sort of
together.
path now.
All together, but there's a glue. The glue that holds it all together is here, the mind. So you can learn about training, can learn about business strategies and this and that. But the thing that holds it all together is the mind. And if you don't believe and you don't project that it's going to happen, then it's not going to happen. And people are often like, well, why does life treat me like this? Why do I have bad luck? Why do I? It's because it's a signal that you're putting out. Whatever's happening to you in your life is 100% coming from you. Nobody else. Nobody else.
I was telling them
That's the
exactly
fucking
this the other
key.
day.
That's the key, right? What you're putting out there into the field of possibilities is a signal. And that signal saying, match me. All right. Fucking don't feel well. I'm broke. Match me.
Yeah.
Okay.
More
That's
broke.
what you want.
More broke.
That's what we'll get you. Yeah? If you feel positive and you see a positive future, you don't see it, you feel it, you are there, you're in it. You're going to get that.
What would you
So
say?
this is what you've got to control more than anything else, yeah? What am I thinking, first of all? That's a good question, isn't it?
Yeah.
What am I thinking? Most people going around all day thinking shit, they don't even know what they're thinking. Be aware of what you're thinking. What am I thinking? Why am I thinking that? Is it good for me? No. Fucking stop it then, yeah? Replace it with something better. Because that's what's going to happen. You're going to get the signal back to you. If a dog don't like you down the street here, and a dog goes to bite you, you could go to fucking Australia, you can go to New York. If you see a dog, it's going to bite you. You know why? Because you're scared of dogs. Yeah?
It knows.
Yeah.
It's a signal. Don't matter, you can, things are going badly for me. Let me go over and live over here. Same shit's going to happen to you over there, mate. Because you didn't change the signal. Didn't change the signal. What you believe you are and what you believe your life is going to be is what is going to happen.
Yeah, no, I
That's
believe
what's
that.
going to happen. 100%. So when things don't go your way, don't blame exterior, don't blame other people. Ask,
So
you know, what is it about me that's created this situation?
You create your own destiny.
Create your own reality with the variable factors, you know, that's out there. There's like, we're working with, let's say, or we're working with, or we're projecting into, let's say, a field of possibilities. Anything can happen, right? But if you're putting an energy into that, anything can happen. The thing that you're putting out there is more likely to happen than a random. Yeah, you're increasing the chances by putting out that signal. I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm wealthy. Oh, yes, I am.
When I
This
first
shall continue.
when I first met
Fucking
you,
money will come to me. I don't even need it. It's going to come to me.
Yeah.
Like, what happened?
it's already done.
Yeah, it's already done, mate.
Yeah.
You're already living it. How would it feel when you got what it is that you want?
Well, feel it now.
That's you got to feel it now. Yeah, you got
Yeah.
to feel it. Yeah, believe it. How the fuck did I get to be 6 times Mr. Olympia? Because I thought about it all fucking day, every day.
Yeah.
That's how.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, obviously I made the steps and the actions which I had to take.
You
Lift
take
the
the
fucking
actions.
weights, eat the food, all that.
When I first met you 3 years ago in that July, you said, I'm coming to Sweden. I'm coming to Sweden at Christmas. I said,
Yeah.
there's a show there. So you said to me, you should do it. You're going to win. I thought, I've got an Olympia, Mr. Olympia, telling me I'm going to win. But I'm
Yeah.
entering that, I'm going to win. I just
What
saw it,
happened?
and I won. And he sent me a message. Told you he was going to win. You know, that was, and it was in Sweden, of all places. And
Yeah.
it was like -10 as well. He frigging hated
Oh,
it.
you're in great shape, so why not? You know,
Yeah.
it's already there. Like, you don't
Yeah,
have to
and you know
fucking-
the craft.
Yeah, you don't have to deplete yourself down and everything. It was already there, so why not? But yeah, that's like I'm assuming if you spoke to anyone that's at the top of anything, you will find that they have a different mental approach, a different mindset. I don't care whether it's a sports or anything else.
Or
You're gonna have
business.
you're going to have a different kind of a mindset, you know, and it changes depending on the question is, what do you want? Yeah, because I will be behaving and doing something entirely different now than I would in the past when I was trying to achieve something else. So it depends on what you're trying to achieve. So that's a personal question you have to ask. What is it that I want? And keep that in mind and project on that every day. Take some time in the morning. What is it I want? What is it I want today? And put out that energy, and that can literally change your fucking day. You know? All right, listen, you come out of your house, you get up, you don't feel good in the morning, you've got some problems, you've got some bills, you've got some problems. You go out, you go to the gym, whatever you're doing. You go to the gym, you see people, you do things, you go around, but you're carrying that with you, yeah? Or, same day, same person, same thing, sat down for 30 minutes at the start of the day, meditated, visualize what it is they want, visualize good energy, visualize love, and take that out with them. Your whole day is going to be different.
Yeah.
People are going to even come up to you in the gym and go, how are you? Because they feel this energy, that they like it. They don't know what it is. They ain't thinking about it. He's got a good energy, so I want to say hello to him. But they do because of that energy.
Yeah.
Look at Alan, he's got a good energy. That must be a good guy to be around. Look, I might like to do business with him. Okay, miserable cunt. Miserable cunt. I don't feel like speaking to him because he'll make me feel worse.
Yeah.
He's going to make me feel down. We'll never do business with that guy. Look at the miserable fucker he is.
So true.
Same day, different mental approach, different frequency, different energy.
Different result.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So it's all about controlling the central computer, which is the projector. Yeah. This is the screen. This is life.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you don't like the movie, don't fucking start destroying the movie screen. Have a look at the projector. The guy's got the wrong movie in. Yeah.
And we've only got one.
You're
life.
creating the wrong movie.
We've
Life
only got
is your
one
movie.
shot at this. We've only got
Life
one
is
goal.
your movie, and you're the director, and everyone else is just fucking players in your movie. Right? We're all in control here. We're all in control of our reality, with the variables, of course, yeah. But we're in more control than we think we are, and we're more powerful than we think we are. And you've had a whole system that's been battering your brain since you're 3 or 4 years old, trying to take that away from you, yeah? Because if you really know, you become uncontrollable. And that's not good if you're trying to control people.
Yeah.
Fuck, you don't want that, yeah? So you stick them in school, you stick them in there from a time to a time, you stick ideas that's like that on the head, clock. Yeah. They start when you're really young, yeah?
Systemized.
Because when you're really young, you're fucking linked up, man. You know? You see kids when they're really young talking to an imaginary friend and all these things, but they fucking ain't imaginary. They're there.
Yeah.
They can see him. We can't. We've had it battered out of us, and now we tell them, yeah, shut up, it's not real, it's imaginary. Whatever, yeah? We're all linked up. We're all linked up, and then we're conditioned throughout our lives. You know?
To not believe it.
You're just conditioned to think in a certain way. Think in a mathematical way, and think that you're just a little fucking grain of sand on in a fucking massive universe. You are the universe. You are everything. It's just, that's what they don't want you to know. You are everything, and you are a creator or a co-creator of your reality and your existence, working with the environment and materials we've got. Well, it can be one thing or it can be another, depending on what you put out there. And if you don't know what it is that you want, then how the fuck?
Are you going to get it?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't know.
You gotta know, right? That's the first one. What is it that I want? How am I thinking? Is it taking me towards that or not?
So now you're obviously now moved your training and your fitness into longevity space.
If you like, yeah, there's lots of words, isn't there? Longevity, wellness.
Yeah,
Basically,
it's the new
like
word.
being as active and healthy and functional as you can going into
older years.
later years. Yeah, that's what I'm into, because that's where I'm at.
'Cause
Yeah.
I want to be an athlete at 80. That's
Yeah.
what I say. Or be able to do it. And that's, I can visualize
Why not?
that.
I mean, why not?
Why
yeah.
not?
Like we all used to be fought. I mean, you know, imagine when I was a young kid, yeah, 60, 65-year-old, I mean, they're done, right? They've got
Yeah.
a walking stick, they're
Yeah.
retired, they're doing some gardening, maybe that's about it,
Yeah.
It
What do you
doesn't have to
now?
be like that, does it?
What are you now? 64?
I'm 64, yeah.
Yeah.
So in 5.5 years' time, I will be 70. So can I be in pretty much the same shape as I am now when I'm 70? I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Maybe a little better. Now you have a bit.
Maybe a little
new
bit
hip.
better, because there's some things which I could improve on, like mobility, movement and stuff like that. I'm not going to get stronger. I'm not going to get more muscular. If I can maintain that, that'll be great. Bit of mobility, more wisdom, more connection.
Keep the brain sharp.
Keep the brain sharp. Yeah, look, do things which is a challenge.
Is there any?
Because what I noticed, and it's probably the same in any area of anything, yeah? People who are good at things stay there because it's comfortable. I could just do bodybuilding and everyone would, right, I'm the fucking man, right?
Yeah.
In bodybuilding, and all the gyms all around the world. But I've done that,
Yeah.
yeah? So I would do yoga and I was shit to start with, yeah. And I did Pilates and I've
But
done
the
a bit of
first day,
boxing and I've
yeah.
done a bit of this and that. Maybe next year I'm fucking going to learn to do salsa or something. Just the challenge, yeah. Just the fucking joy of the challenge and the brain trying to work things out. If you stop doing shit, you're going to degenerate. That's what happens. People work and then they retire and then
you
they
can
stop and they
always
just go rapidly downhill. You've got to keep your body and your mind like engaged and active and doing things. And fucking hell, you can never stop learning in this life. Like that's the irony, right, of life, I suppose. You're just starting to work some shit out and then you die.
Yeah.
Right?
It's never been a better time than to learn. I've just been doing a course with
Well, you got the time as well.
Steffi Cohen.
Yeah, I
She
know,
said,
yeah.
say hello.
Yeah, Gal
Hello.
does some stuff with her.
She
yeah.
came to train some boxing with Gal, she said.
Yeah,
I
she
think
did.
the
Yeah.
year I was here when I
I
first
think that's
came.
when Gal started boxing. She's
Yeah.
been doing it since then.
Exactly. And she said she was going to come here, but she had some other event.
Yeah.
But I mean, she broke her back 6-7 years ago, and now she's just been competing again and
Phenomenal, yeah.
just squatted her PR, 200 kilos in competition. She only weighs 48.
It's amazing. But at some point, you have to go from competition to like what's good for you.
Yeah.
You know, because
Yeah.
competition's competition. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's only about winning.
Yeah.
It's all that's fucking relevant. If you're a competitor, it's like,
And of course, as you said,
You know?
31, 32, I think she's 32 now.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, at some point you have to like, this, you know, amazing squatting, heavy weights and everything, but I think at some point it starts to be destructive. Like anything, mate, like anything at the max, right? If you're a marathon runner, it's like, it's too much. You know,
Can't
many,
go
many
on
sports are destructive at that competitive level, but bodybuilding is like an iceberg, you know? I would say the fucking competitive level is there, but the benefits of bodybuilding in general is massive
Yeah.
for everybody. It just gets like shunned a little bit because the competitive side is extreme and there's drugs involved, hormones, but there's drugs involved in every fucking sport. People are a bit naive if they don't realise that. I think they just had that enhanced games.
yeah, yeah.
You know, where you can take
It was
steroids and
terrible,
everything,
yeah.
there's no tests.
Yeah.
There's hardly any fucking difference in the performance.
Yeah.
So
No records were broken. I think there was one.
exactly.
So what's that saying? Yeah.
It should be at least 20% fucking better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was all the same.
Yeah. So
So,
I did house games with him, but
of course, I'm here. I do cyclical ketogenic
Yeah.
diet, as you know, and it's less than 50 grams during the week. Wednesday and Saturday, I do like 250 and 500.
Yeah.
That's for me. And I've been teaching these guys the same sort of thing. How do you use your nutrition in these days? Because I've eaten with
Yeah.
you, and it's pretty low carb. Same sort
Yeah.
of breakfast as me.
that's until I smoke a joint in the evening and eat a whole bar of chocolate.
Yeah, I don't smoke.
That's my
joints, you
carbs.
see. I stay off the weed these days.
No, I don't think you need a lot of carb. I mean, essential, need. You can live without carbohydrates. That's a fact.
Yeah.
You can live
Zero.
without carbohydrates.
Yeah.
You cannot live without protein and fat. In fact, if you just eat protein, you'll die. I don't know if people know that.
Yeah.
People have died. Called the
Rabbit
rabbit starvation
We were
diet.
talking about that earlier.
So if you just have lean protein, the body tries to break down amino acids and use it for energy, but in the end it doesn't work.
inefficient.
And you'll get diarrhea, and you'll lose, and in the end you'll starve. So you need there's essential amino acids, essential fats, right? Essential, you need them to survive. Carbohydrates are an energy source, which is optional because you could use ketones, yeah? So what I do is I usually fast for half the day because it feels very comfortable. I don't really want to do a 3-day fast and all that. A bit extreme. I'm not saying it's not good, but right now I'm not really wanting to do it. So I probably don't eat till 2 o'clock. I train, I drink some water, probably an hour after I get up, I have a coffee, go to the gym, train, do my things, whatever. I don't even feel hungry now till 2 o'clock. I'm so used to it. So I'll have mainly fats and protein, maybe a little carbs. In the evening, I'll have. I always have
What
like.
do you have for breakfast? The first meal. Eggs.
Normally eggs, avocado, maybe a couple of pieces of toast with some butter on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have a shake and some fruit maybe a bit later. And the evening, I nearly always have beef, some kind of beef or liver. with some sweet potato or rice and maybe some veg, fermented veg, some kefir, things like this, some dark chocolate.
So it's not a lot of carbs for the
Not
size
a lot of
you.
carbs, yeah, but
you're
I'm not
still-
like you where I'm like, man, I spent fucking 15 years weighing my food on a daily. There's no way I'm going to do that anymore. I'm not
That's
going to
what I'm
cycle
doing.
my carbs or anything, yeah? I'm just going to eat healthily. Sometimes I eat too much. I probably have 1 or 2 beers a day, which, you know, maybe it's not ideal, but I got to have balance.
But
You know,
you
I got
were
to
so
live my life
restricted
like to
in
be
your younger years.
exactly.
I was the opposite.
Yeah, so
I
for
started
you, maybe
restricting
this
at
is cool
40.
now, yeah. But
Yeah.
for me, it's not where I want to be. Being so precise, I want to be a bit more flexible. And sometimes I'm traveling and I don't want to think, well, I can't eat this and that. I try to keep it as healthy as possible. I'll have a couple of drinks, glass of wine or a beer, because I like it. And I think, well, life's about having enjoyment. So I want to keep a balance. That's where I'm at. Yeah, a good healthy diet, but not. I don't want to do anything extreme at this point. I've done all that, and now it's like all coming to be balanced. I'm in great shape. I got super low body fat and everything. I'm healthy. I'm functional. I feel great. So
But you obviously can control your alcohol. But we
Yeah.
are alcoholics, so of
well,
course
if you're alcoholic,
abstain.
it's a
You don't
fucking
have any.
disease, mate. You can't have any at all. No, but you could have a glass of wine, and you know. Sometimes a little poison is beneficial because that's what it is, right? Mildly poison. But I have a friend that's a biologist, anti-aging specialist, and he works with people and all this. There's also an ex-student of mine, interestingly.
All right.
Yeah. And he said he went to a conference which is for whatever they call it. So he said people that live, a centennial that lives to 100.
All right.
There's a fair few of them, yeah? But the ones that get past 110, now we're talking really few, yeah? But they got them all. And they said, can we find a common factor with all these people that live to be 110 plus? Only one common factor amongst all the
I know
people.
what you're going to say.
2
wine.
drinks of alcohol
Red
a day.
wine.
No.
Oh, just 2
Nothing
drinks.
specific. Some whiskies, some vodka, some beer. They don't fucking matter. So the question is the 2 small drinks a day somehow help them to live longer? Or is there something about their metabolism that just makes those drinks irrelevant? They just got some super high glutathione levels or something that makes them live longer, and those drinks are irrelevant.
And there's no way to do a study on that because how long
All we
would they
know
live
is all
without?
those fuckers that got past 110 are drinking every day.
Yeah.
Right? That's all we know. Yeah? Is it genetic that it just a coincidence that they were all able to do that? Unlikely. And also, there's more than
Social interaction.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
This is
studied
very,
that.
very important.
Sorted it
Yeah.
out.
People who are lonely is like smoking 20 cigarettes a day.
Yeah.
Just to be lonely, yeah. So if you had a glass of wine and you had a lovely night with your friends and you fucking danced and you had a laugh and all that, because you're a bit looser.
Well, that's what you
Maybe that's
see
a
in
good thing.
Marbella Old Town.
Yeah.
75, 80-year-olds all out till midnight.
And also, I went to a week camp with Joe Dispenza. You know Joe Dispenza?
Yeah.
So they have these camps with 2,000 plus people where they meditate all week and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah. And they've done a couple of experiments were interesting. First, they did a microbiome test. Yeah. At one place, so you got 2,000 odd people who do a shit test basically.
Yeah.
And they'll test it, and that's your results. Yeah. And at the end of the week, they'll test it again, and there was a noticeable difference in the microbiome just
Just
that,
from
yeah.
meditating.
And Joe Dispenza did another experiment as well with red wine. And him and his mate, they constructed like a stomach and all this stuff they constructed. And he said he even recommends a glass of red wine before meditating because it increases blood flow to the heart and to the brain. And those are the 2 places you're trying to connect when you're meditating. So Joe Dispenza loves red wine. He thinks it's a real benefit for people that meditate and benefit. Obviously, if you're getting more blood flow to your heart and your brain, it's got to be a benefit. So, back to the old black and white conversation. You know, yes,
Yeah.
too much alcohol will kill you and destroy your life, but maybe 1 or 2 drinks are beneficial.
Yeah, again, some people can control that, a lot can't. But it's
Yeah.
the same with carbohydrates.
Yeah.
The carbs that you just listed was probably less than 100 grams or 100 grams maximum. For your size, 105 kilos, that's
I probably do like 200
It's
grams of
pretty low.
carbs a day, I
Yeah,
would say.
still very,
More or
very
less.
low.
Yeah, it's moderate, yeah.
very, very low for somebody your
Yeah,
size.
yeah. And
With
but
your-
I don't restrict the fat. You know, I have avocado, I
yeah.
have butter, I have
Olive
whole
oil.
eggs, I have ribeye beef that's
Yeah.
quite fatty.
Yeah.
So I don't worry about fats, man, at all. As long as it's natural,
Yeah.
great, no problem at all. In fact, people that have high cholesterol statistically live longer than people that have low cholesterol. So the magic formula is low blood sugar, high cholesterol, and you live longer. Yes.
All them
Do
St.
not
Peter's
ever
have
try
got
to
high
lower your
cholesterol.
cholesterol.
No.
Ever.
I think it's a U-shaped curve. That's what made devil's advocate. But I think there's a sweet spot in the cluster that study.
I don't know. I mean, that's the conclusion. All the studies I've seen come to.
No, extremely low.
You want a cholesterol about 300 ideally. I can't even get up there, mate.
Yeah.
Mine's like 220, 230.
They would want you on a statin. They put my mum on a statin 30 years ago.
Yeah,
Within 3 days, she couldn't walk. So my dad threw them away.
Yeah.
She had muscle pain.
yeah.
2 days later, she's back to normal. She's never took them again. So she's had high cholesterol for 30 years. She turns
Lucky her.
80 this summer.
Lucky her.
Yeah, she turns 80 in July, and she's never took a medication since.
Yeah, my mum hasn't. She has high LDL. But
Yeah.
She has no. The calcium score, and it was crystal clear.
Yeah.
It's for what shows calcium. I
Yeah.
don't know about the soft bit
Yeah.
that's in there, but it's.
Yeah, I had one of those. Actually, the guy that did it in, I think it was 1999.
Wow, that was
Yeah,
early,
yeah. And my calcium score was like 170 or something, which is moderate, but definitely something there.
Have you done it
But
since?
they said it was very dense. It's very, which
hard
is
one
good.
doesn't rupture,
So almost
yeah.
like part bone, almost like, you know. It's unlikely to rupture. And then I had one done about 6 years ago, and it was slightly increased, but not much. So that, for me, concludes the stress of being on steroids and training, and also when you're training, the shear stress
Yeah.
in your arteries. Imagine you're fucking doing leg press. Imagine the stress on your
The
artery.
blood
and
pressure.
it's shearing on the endothelial, the calyx that protects it, and that gets damaged, and the body's trying to heal it up. Marathon runners have them as well, like, you know. But that shows me whatever was deposited there was deposited in that period, and since then it hasn't increased. It hasn't gone down.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it may have done because I've had some treatments, EDTA,
Oh, you tried that?
and so on, but I haven't scanned it after that
Yeah.
to see. At this point, I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't think it really matters, you know. I mean, at the end of the day, let's say that I had some analysis and something. I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do? I'm doing everything as good as I can anyway.
If
so
you have blockage, they would open up with a stent.
yeah. No, I don't have
That
anything.
keeps the blood flowing. So
And
you
you're
don't-
not
Yeah,
gonna do that
but
anyway.
it doesn't
Thanks,
cure the problem, does it? It's
How's your
still
blood
gonna-
pressure?
No, but
It's like 140, 135, 140 over 85, 90. So again, on blood pressure, this is a marketing
Yeah.
sales thing. Yeah.
That used to be normal.
So normal blood pressure should be 110 plus half of your age.
Right,
So if you're 60, your normal blood pressure should be 140
right.
top line. Yeah. That's I'm medicated now over 120.
Interesting. I've never heard
yeah.
the 110 plus half your
Yeah,
age.
that's what they said for
so mine's
fucking decades, mate. They were saying that.
33.
Yeah.
One of my new clients, my age, I won't go into full details, 53, been on high blood pressure medication
Yeah.
for 20 years. Blood pressure was, on the medication, was 170 over something.
Yeah.
Morning blood sugar, 228.
Blood
In the
sugar.
morning, yeah.
It's diabetic.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
Yeah.
5 days on keto, blood pressure was normal,
Yeah.
128 over 80. He's
Amazing.
53. And it's funny, I can't believe it. But his inflammation, he couldn't even go outside.
That's
He's
why he's
now-
got high blood pressure, isn't it? It's fucking
Now he's
totally
texting
inflamed.
me. I'm outside working on my house 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
His blood sugar now is 140, and his ketones are 0.4. He's getting
Yeah.
there, but he's like, this is a miracle. And I'm no doctor.
Yeah, man. Listen, if you've abused carbohydrates and sugar and all that for many, many years, you'll be in this state. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, absolutely. I had a guy that had many problems as well. I trained him for a month. He had fatty liver, high liver enzymes, the whole lot. In 1 month, I trained him in a gym, and I put him on a low carb, virtually zero. to like fix his situation. Yeah.
Then you can introduce.
Then you can introduce back at some point or not.
Yeah,
Like,
it depends.
so if you're in a bad state, yeah, it's absolutely what you need to do. Whether you need to stay on that forever, that's an
Well, I was
individual
strict keto
choice.
for
Yeah.
2 years, and then I went
Yeah.
carb cycling.
Yeah.
But so it's won't keep you too long. But back to the early '90s, because they say that Arnold and them and Tom Platz always says, "Oh, we used to eat Arnold steak and eggs and stuff."
Yeah.
Is that true?
I think they were
They was quite
bodybuilders
low
in the
carb.
70s, Arnold, Frank Zane and all that. They'd cut the carbs out basically to
Yeah.
to get lean. They'd lower the carbs,
Yeah.
which in effect is also lowering the calories.
Because Geronda used to say that, didn't he?
Yeah.
And
Well, to build big muscles, you need carbs.
yeah,
Yeah, you need carbs, mate. There is not a successful bodybuilder, as far as I know, that's ever won a pro competition on a keto diet.
no.
Yeah, for bodybuilding,
But
you
not
need
many of them
carbs.
have done strict keto. In fact,
Yeah,
probably
they
none
have.
of them.
They have tried, but it doesn't work, mate. It doesn't work.
I noticed that I added 10 kilos of muscle carb cycling.
Yeah, you need some carbs
I
in there.
went
Yeah.
very skinny,
Yeah, yeah.
but strict keto. It was
Exactly.
76 kilos.
So you're replenishing your glycogen stores.
Yeah.
And it was that insulin spike makes you
Yeah.
anabolic, hence
Yes.
the anabolic diet
Exactly.
from Mara Pasquale.
Yeah.
Did you ever meet him? Mario Disquali.
No, I know who he is. I've read his stuff, and
Yeah, and that's what I got it from.
I did.
have a look at the guys that he trained in the WBF, and like,
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask you about.
you know that's
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
you know how
steroid
shit they
free.
look though, right?
Yeah, steroid free. But I just wanted to ask you about growth hormone when it came
Yeah.
in the 90s, because of
Yeah.
course, if you take growth hormone without carbs, insulin.
Yeah.
If you take insulin without carbs, you die.
Yes.
Simple as that. You don't just feel ill.
No.
You die.
Yeah, but nobody was really using insulin until probably, I think
End of the
Milos,
90s.
like 94, 95,
Was it?
with NASA. I think they were messing about, and then he fell out with NASA, and he
I
told
remember
me.
you said, didn't you try it and didn't like it?
I used it in off season 96, 97. I got heavier, but it was like, for me, it's just water retention. It was just bloat.
Right.
My best results was just, normal steroids and growth hormone together.
Yeah.
That was, for me, the step up.
The growth hormone.
The growth hormone, yeah. I got to about 280.
Couldn't get any more.
Yeah. Then when I started taking growth hormone, it wasn't like, whoop, it's 300. It was just like 283,
281,
285. Creeping up, creeping up, creeping up.
On that
I reckon
extreme
there was
level.
there's like a ceiling that I got to. This is how I see it. Right, there's a ceiling that you get to if you're a natural.
Yeah.
Right, you can, after 2 or 3 years, you're gonna get whatever. You're gonna get to the ceiling where your body's
It's
like,
about-
listen,
it's
you're
about
taking the
200
piss.
pounds.
I'm not gonna keep playing this game anymore. Yeah. You're training me. I'm gonna get bigger. You're training. I'm gonna get bigger. I'm
You're
not
done.
having this anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can't cope with it anymore. So I'm not gonna react. Yeah. Steroids, so increase your testosterone, your hormones. Woo! Eventually, a few years, there's another ceiling. I
Yeah.
don't want to go anymore. And when you put the growth hormone, at least in my experience, that ceiling's gone away, and you can go to another ceiling steadily over the next couple of years. I got up to like 300, and then over 300.
Yeah.
In
But
the
then,
off season,
then there's still a ceiling because of your health. You can't move around. You
Yeah, and
must
there's
not
there's a
feel good.
ceiling anyway.
At
There's
300.
even if you want to look into engineering, your muscles can only get so big structurally because they wouldn't function.
Yeah.
So a muscle can then be wider than it is long because it wouldn't
wouldn't work.
function, right? So there is a limit somewhere.
So what do you think they are doing wrong these days? Is it the doses? The
Why
amounts
would
that
you
they
say
take?
they're doing something wrong?
Well, we all know. You just look at the lineup.
I can't say that because then I'm the old guy that's moaning and saying
Yeah,
everything's
yeah.
shit these days.
But it's quite.
The guys on stage in the Mr. Olympia don't have the